finally this week got our new roof. Just very frustrating, feel very violated. It's just been a very stressful time. Good morning, Oklahomies. This week's turning out a little bit differently than what I was planning. This week was supposed to be working on the bathroom and the jacking up the house so we can fix the floor joists. If you recall, back in February, we had a roof leak, and literally I just opened the cabinets in our kitchen. Water was pouring out of it. So we finally this week got our new roof. And honestly, it wasn't as bad of a process as I thought it would be. We did a similar shingle that was here before. And then it had some flecks of like yellow and green in it, which kind of matches what the outside or the exterior of our house is right now anyway. So that should go with a lot of things depending on whether I paint later or not. Once the roof was done, we're like such a big sigh of relief, because there was also another place that it was leaking in the guest room. I realized I kept hearing this tip tap somewhere, and I thought it was the cats, but then I looked back and we were having this really big rainstorm, and I looked back, and on the window, the farthest left window in our guest room, there was just water pouring into the window. So into the house, another leak area, which is just, oh, it was so frustrating, and you just want your house to work right. I know it's an older house, but it gets very old after a little bit when things are just old and they're broken and you're having water coming into your house. Like, that's not normal. That's not. So the leak that was above the kitchen, we patched that, and we had two roofing companies come out and patch it, and then it was still leaking. And so then my dad came out and him and John went up there, and then they patched it, put some more like tar paper over it, and then it hadn't leaked since then. I had talked about doing like DIY, doing our own roof, but that's very unrealistic when you're both working. Yeah, we ended up just going with a friend of mine's roofing company, so that was great. So that was Thursday night, and then Friday I walked out to take the dogs to their vet appointment, and our other car was just gone. Yep, just gone. So I ran back inside. I asked John, I was like, did you park it somewhere else? Like on the corner or something where we can't see it? He was like, nope. And then we realized too, there is shattered glass where it was parked. So someone broke into our car and stole our car. That was the start of Friday morning. We had to file a police report. So the police officers came, took our statement, all that. We talked with some neighbors. They last saw it before they went to bed at like 10:30 p.m. And I guess the cops saw it on camera at 11 p.m. So 10:30 p.m. our neighbor saw it. 11 p.m. it's driving around the streets. So sometime in that 30-minute window, it was stolen. So just very frustrating. Feel very violated. It's just been a very stressful time with that. I mean, we're blessed we still have our other car, so we have a car if we need one. That being said, yeah, keep us in your thoughts and prayers, please. Hopefully they find our car. It's all frustrating just all around. So this is gonna kind of lead into my next plans though. So I've been talking and I've been thinking about it, and I think for this year it's going to be focusing on finishing the master bath, which has taken forever. I love that I thought I would do it in like 6 weeks. Very naive. But next year's projects I'm going to be working on the exterior of the house. What that includes, especially with this new revelation of our car being stolen from literally in front of our house, I want to make the front yard to where it has a gate in front of it, and it'll have like a cute little gate that is from the pathway that's by the sidewalk. So there's a gate to walk in for guests, but then also we'll do like an electric gate for our cars so that we can park it over here. The house next to us, it's being renovated right now by a company, and they'll do a privacy fence on that side over there. And then in the front, we'll have a gate that opens into the driveway whenever we drive in. So we're gonna make it like an electric gate so we can just have a little opener. And then in front of our house, then we'll have that little gate that you can just latch open. And then the dogs can use the front yard, they can use the backyard. And then hopefully, I'm not sure what time frame this will be, but I'm hoping we can build a garage in the back as well, so that we can just enter through the back. People don't know when you're coming and going. We've had multiple times now where every time we're gone on a trip, somebody has come to our porch to look for packages or check the door to make sure it's locked or things like that. Or just other random people just stopping in your driveway and just unloading a bunch of their random pipes and things and just leaving them in your driveway. So it's like you can't even back out now because your driveway, some random person just left a bunch of crap in your driveway. So I love living in the city. It's so convenient and so great, but I think there are plans in the future we've been talking about to move out more in the country, and then we'd keep this as a rental. So I'm still gonna base my renovation decisions, like for the master bath, I'm doing that how I want to do it because I don't know how long in the future that plan to move out to the country is. But for now, I'm gonna try to do things that are more for the rest of the house, bring more character back into it, but also make sure that it's gonna be appealing to more people than just like a certain stereotype of what people like. That being said, that will be 2025's project. Will be a fence and then landscaping, because John's had the house since 2020 and no landscaping has been done. Like, we also don't have water to the outdoor faucet anymore because that was connected to our master bath water, which we didn't realize until after we had put water. So we need to add that back, and we also want to add a spigot to the front so it makes it watering the front easier. So we've got a lot of things ahead that we need to do. The fall and the spring are going to be good times to do that, especially for like the fall for like planting trees and stuff. So I think once we get the house kind of jacked up and things like that, we're going to work on adding that line to the front, the water line, so that we can water things in the front when we need to. Then we're going to also make sure the back one is reconnected, and then we can get working on the bathroom more, but we can get some trees planted hopefully for now, and then kind of start planning out what the backyard is going to look like. So even though it'll be outdoor projects a lot for next year, I'm still going to do some smaller indoor projects. I need to finish out the hallway area once we get that all settled. But finishing out the hallway area, I've got some special plans for that. I want to add some transom windows above like the area from the living room into the hallway, and then the dining room to the hallway so that there's a little bit more light in there. So I've got some special plans for that. I'm very excited. Might be partnering with somebody from my high school. That will be very exciting. Yeah, we're gonna kind of go from there, but I'm very excited. And even though this was a downer of a week, like, it kind of solidifies what I was thinking in general for the front yard, so that we just make it all one big yard. Inspiration for that though is going to be, I'm thinking like a wrought iron fence with some fleur-de-lis on the top, and then I'm thinking about incorporating brick into it as well, because a lot of our house elements are like these brick like arches and the brick surround on the porch. So I want to incorporate, try to use the same kind of brick for that. So that just matches. We'll probably end up painting this brick because the like mortar and stuff is so bad, either painting it or doing like a schmear on it or something like that. I'm gonna solidify all of that closer to next year whenever that's starting. Bye, Begsy! So that's my update for this week. This video is probably a little bit boring for you, but yeah, it's just, if anybody's ever had that happen where your car gets stolen, like, it's not a fun process to go through. It's just very frustrating. And I know some people could commiserate with me. A lot of people reached out on Facebook and everything after I posted about it. Like, so thank you to all of you who did that. Makes me feel a little bit better and that people are looking out for it. So I appreciate it. And yeah, my Oklahomies are the best. Love you guys. And thanks to all my subscribers out there for subscribing to my channel. And I hope to give you great content that will help you if you did want to renovate your house in the future to do that, or else just find some inspiration for smaller projects as well. So thanks, Oklahomies.
Hi, Ollie. How are you? It's okay.